School is a child's second home, and because children spend so many of their important developmental years in school, it's critical that their school is a child-safe school, one with an environment that is as safe as it can be. The increasing incidence of illness and learning disabilities among children, combined with emerging science that links many of those problems with exposures to chemical toxins, has generated an increased interest in the products we use to clean and maintain schools. As a result, many schools are developing and implementing green cleaning policies to address this concern.
We started from the ground up. There was a program in place when I took over. We enhanced it. We have it down to just a couple of chemicals now, cleaning chemicals that we use. It's really second nature now. It's my job to make sure that the buildings are safe as well as all the occupants. With a program like this, it makes that job a little easier.
In developing green cleaning programs, decision makers must consider that children are fundamentally different from adults, that exposure patterns for children are unique, and therefore that green cleaning standards designed to protect children will necessarily be more stringent than those designed to protect adults.
Certainly schools are a unique environment for children, and children are unique themselves. School is really the child's workplace. They spend 8+ hours a day, 5 days a week minimum there. So the counterpart of adult occupational medicine is pediatric medicine focusing on exposures in schools. One of the ways in which kids are different than adults is that they're in unique developmental stages, particularly young children. Most brain growth in kids starts from a few weeks of gestation on through a few years of life, those early years. And then lots and lots of very important connections are then formed up through adolescence. In the area of exposure to inhaled chemicals, like cleaning chemicals, one of the biggest differences is that kids are smaller, so their airways are smaller to begin with, and they breathe faster than an adult, which means that if there's some concentration of a chemical in this room, and there's a 5- or 6-year-old here and me, the 5-year-old is going to be exposed to more of that chemical than I will, even though we're in the same room breathing the same air. And that's because they're actually breathing faster and more air goes in and out of their body relative to their size than for an adult like me.
Unlike most homes, schools are generally cleaned every day, leaving behind fresh residues of cleaning chemicals on surfaces with which children come into contact. Chemical residues on desks, chairs, and tables can be absorbed through skin or accidentally ingested through typical hand-to-mouth behavior. In addition, many chemicals contained in cleaning products are volatile organic compounds, which can become airborne when used, and children can be exposed just by breathing. A child-safe school uses primarily non-toxic, bio-based products for general cleaning, sanitizing, disinfecting, and floor care. These products, which must meet or exceed the specifications of the ChildSafe guidelines, are as safe for children as they can be, while still being effective and economical to use.
We don't look at petroleum-based products as being necessary or really even useful. We found better products that are bio-based, and that's what we prefer. Some of the general cleaning products, for example, would be a peroxide-based cleaner, where you're off-gassing oxygen, as opposed to VOCs, which you're going to have your staff and ultimately your children be exposed to when you're dealing with petrochemicals. And to us, that's just not acceptable in the school environment, and we're just not going to use those products. It just doesn't work for us.
Many of the chemicals contained in traditional cleaning products used in schools today have been linked to significant health problems in adults, but only a handful have been fully tested for their effects on children, and virtually none have been tested for their synergistic effects, those occurring when products are used in combination.
A lot of these cleaning chemicals, besides containing whatever it is that's supposed to be doing the cleaning, which are often solvents or petrochemicals, are intentionally made to smell nice, have fragrances added. And fragrances themselves are petrochemicals, are made from oil, and have their own health effects associated with them. They're still toxins in and of themselves.
Toxic is toxic, no matter what level. We try not to have anything toxic in the district, especially for the little ones. We don't want them to be exposed to any toxicity at all.
To me, you can't have a product that has a level of being toxic and have it be something that we would accept as part of our green program here. We choose to use bio-based products because we feel that's the best solution. I'm not comfortable using a substance that has any level of toxicity around our children.
At the beginning of the last century, the most critical public health concern in the United States was infectious disease. Today, that concern is environmentally triggered illnesses: asthma, cancer, endocrine and immune system disruption, and neurodevelopmental disorders, problems which are increasingly diagnosed in young children as well as adults.
When we have so many choices that are safer and don't contain these products, it seems like being cautious and choosing things that don't contain these chemicals is the way to go.
As scientists begin to discover more of the links between human health and environmental toxins, it is critical that we protect the health of our children and all other school personnel by employing the highest standards for safe and effective green cleaning products in a truly child-safe school.